Chosen one, there comes a moment when life whispers a truth so powerful that it can no longer be ignored. That truth is this: you hold the key. Not someone else, not the world, not the forces that have tried to suppress you. Within you lies the access point to doors you thought were locked, to treasures you believed were hidden, to futures you feared were out of reach. For too long, you may have walked through days feeling like a guest in your own story, waiting for permission, hoping for validation. But now the time has shifted. The current is no longer pushing against you, it is pushing with you. The key has always been in your hand, and the path ahead is waiting for you to turn it. This is why you must not look away. Why you must not take lightly the call on your spirit. You are not stumbling into destiny by accident. You are aligning with it by design. Before we continue deeper, pause here with me. Take a breath and let yourself sense what is moving in your spirit. In the comments below, I want you to release your warmest wishes, the blessings you have been carrying quietly in your heart, the opportunities you have long awaited, the freedom and joy you have been longing for. Do not let them remain unspoken. Declare them, and when you write them, seal them with the sacred number 777. Let your wishes become more than thoughts. Let them become a spark that ignites the reality waiting for you. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Now, chosen one, understand this. Holding the key does not mean the journey will be effortless. A key only works when it is used. Many people live their entire lives with access, but never unlock the doors meant for them. They carry potential, but never activate it. They hold keys of wisdom, creativity, vision, strength, yet allow fear to convince them that the lock is too heavy or the door too strong. But you are not like the rest. The very reason you are hearing this message now is because you are standing at the threshold of something greater. The door before you has been waiting for your hand alone. Others may have tried to force it open and failed, because it was never theirs to open. It responds only to the vibration of your spirit, the courage in your heart, the choice you are ready to make. When you recognize that you hold the key, you must also accept the responsibility it carries. Keys are symbols of authority. To hold one means you have been entrusted with access, with power, with the ability to step into places others cannot. This is why your life has felt different, why the weight on your shoulders has often been heavier, why the resistance you've faced has been more intense. The enemy does not chase what does not matter. Resistance does not rise against what is powerless. If you have felt opposition, it is because of the authority you carry. If you have felt misunderstood, it is because of the uniqueness of your path. If you have felt alone, it is because the door you are called to open is not a door that requires a crowd. It requires only you. And so, chosen one, the question is not whether you have the key. It is whether you are ready to use it. You cannot keep it hidden in your pocket, hoping life will change while you stay still. You cannot wait for the perfect moment, for perfection never arrives. It is created. Each step you take with the key in your hand is an act of faith, a declaration that you trust the design of your destiny more than the noise of doubt around you. Every time you place that key into a lock, whether it is the lock of fear, of past pain, of financial struggle, of broken identity, you are declaring that access belongs to you, not to the forces that tried to bind you. Holding the key means you must choose which doors to open and which to leave closed. Not every opportunity is meant for you. Not every invitation should be accepted. Some doors will tempt you with ease, but lead you into emptiness. Others will challenge you with resistance, but guide you into abundance. This is where your discernment rises. The true wisdom of a chosen one is not only knowing that they have the key, but knowing which doors to unlock. You will feel it in your spirit, the quiet stirring, the pull toward the path that is aligned. And though it may not always make sense to others, you must follow it, for the key is not designed to fit their doors. It is designed for yours. The more you step into this truth, the more the world will shift around you. People will notice that you carry something different. Some will be drawn to it, seeking the light that shines through you. Others will be intimidated, trying to shut you down, trying to convince you to throw away the very key that defines you. But let their reactions never sway you. The opinions of those still trapped behind their own locked doors cannot determine the path of the one who carries the key. You must walk with authority, not arrogance, but with the quiet knowing that you are entrusted with something divine, something sacred, something unstoppable. Every key opens not just one door, but many. As you begin to use it, you will discover layers of yourself you did not know existed. Strength you thought you had lost will return. Creativity you thought was gone will flow again. Peace you believed was unreachable will settle over you. And with each unlocking, your spirit will expand. You will begin to realize that the key is not simply an object in your hand. It is you. You are the key. You are the access point. You are the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between the promise and the manifestation, between what was and what will be. This is the revelation that changes everything. The chosen one is not just holding the key, they are the key. Chosen one, when you finally begin to understand the weight of what it means to hold the key, you also begin to see why so many forces tried to convince you otherwise. Think back to the moments when life seemed determined to break you, when people underestimated you, when circumstances pushed you into corners that felt impossible to escape. Those moments were not random. They were calculated distractions, attempts to make you forget the authority you were born with. If you had truly believed in every moment that you held the key, nothing could have stopped you. But every trial, every delay, every tear was designed to make you doubt yourself, to make you set the key down, to make you forget that you had it in the first place. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still carrying the very access they tried to strip away. That alone is proof that you were chosen for something far greater than the limitations you once believed in. Holding the key does not mean you will always feel ready. Readiness is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move even while fear whispers in your ear. The key in your hand demands movement. It will not allow you to settle for less, to shrink back into comfort, to pretend you were made for ordinary living. You have felt the discomfort of staying where you do not belong, because the key inside you rattles, reminding you that there is more. Have you noticed that the things that satisfy others do not satisfy you? That the doors they celebrate walking through leave you restless? That is because their keys are not your key. Their path is not your path. Your spirit knows when a door is misaligned, and no matter how many times you try to fit yourself into it, it will not open the way you hoped. But when you stand before the right door, everything inside you comes alive, because you know the key you hold was made for this moment. But chosen one, here is the truth many do not want to face. Sometimes the right door does not open instantly. You may turn the key and feel resistance. You may try again and wonder if it is truly meant for you. Understand this. Resistance does not always mean denial. Sometimes the universe, sometimes the divine timing of your path requires persistence. The lock may be stiff because it has been closed for generations. It may take your faith, your consistency, your unshakable will to turn it until it finally clicks. And when it does, what opens will not only be for you, it will be for everyone connected to you. The key you carry is not selfish. It is generational. When you use it, you unlock blessings for those who come after you, freedom for those who walk beside you, opportunities for those who have been waiting for someone courageous enough to act. This is why your journey has felt heavier than others. You are not just opening a door for yourself. You are breaking cycles. You are ending patterns that destroyed those before you. You are unlocking possibilities that no one else dared to believe in. The key in your hand carries history, legacy, and future. That is why the weight sometimes feels overwhelming, because it is not only about you. Yet, remember this: you were trusted with it because you are strong enough to carry it. You were chosen not by accident, but because your spirit has the resilience, the depth, the fire required to turn locks that others gave up on. You have been entrusted with access because you are capable of bearing its responsibility. The key also teaches you patience. There will be doors that tempt you to open them too soon, before you are prepared to handle what is behind them. Timing matters. A key used too early may bring you into a room you cannot yet manage, and what was meant to bless you could overwhelm you. This is why alignment is essential. The key must not only fit, it must be turned at the right moment. You have likely felt those seasons when everything you tried seemed delayed, when doors would not budge no matter how much you pushed. Chosen one, those delays were protection. The key was not broken. You were simply being shaped into the person who could handle what waited on the other side. When the lock finally yields, it will not destroy you. It will expand you. And here is something even more profound. Sometimes you will discover that the door you are meant to open is not outside of you, but within you. The deepest locks are often internal. Fear, doubt, shame, regret. These are the locks that keep chosen ones from rising. You can have every opportunity in the world placed before you, but if you do not unlock the chains inside your own heart, you will never step fully into what is yours. The key you hold fits those locks too. It has the power to set you free from the prisons of your mind, the limitations you have unknowingly carried, the voices that told you you were not enough. When you place the key into those locks and turn it, you reclaim yourself. You become whole. You remember that before you were ever tested, you were already chosen. As you walk with the awareness of this truth, you will notice subtle shifts. Conversations will change. Relationships will realign. Environments will either welcome you or reject you, depending on whether they are meant for this version of you. Do not be afraid of what leaves when you begin to use the key. It only means that what remains is aligned with your destiny. Some doors close not because you failed, but because you succeeded in unlocking who you really are. And the old cannot follow the new. This is the sacred exchange of growth. Every step forward requires a letting go. Every unlocked door requires leaving one closed behind you. The courage to do this is what separates the chosen from the ordinary. Chosen one, the path you are on now is not about collecting keys from others, not about waiting for someone to hand you permission. You already hold the master key. The proof is in your resilience, your endurance, your survival. You are still here. After storms that should have destroyed you, after seasons that should have silenced you. That survival is evidence that the lock can never outlast the one holding the key. Every day you continue, every step you take, every decision you make with faith rather than fear is another turn of that key, another unlocking of the future that belongs to you. Chosen one, there is another truth about the key you hold that must not be overlooked. Its power is only revealed in motion. A key kept hidden will never prove its worth. It must be placed into the lock, turned with intention, and followed by the courage to step through whatever opens. Many people dream of change, but never act. They imagine doors swinging wide, but never take the steps toward them. They speak of freedom, abundance, love, purpose, but they live as if locked out. Not you. You are different. You are not here to live in theory. You are here to live in transformation. The key in your hand is not symbolic alone. It is functional. It is waiting to be used. And every time you use it, you alter not only your life, but the lives of all who witness your unlocking. Understand this clearly. Some doors will test you by showing no signs of movement at first. You may press the key forward and feel resistance. You may wonder if you misheard the call, if you misunderstood your destiny. But remember, locks that have been untouched for centuries do not yield to the first touch. They require faith that does not quit. They require pressure that persists. They require the sound of a chosen one who refuses to walk away. Every attempt you make is not wasted. It weakens the resistance. It loosens what has been bound. It prepares the lock to break open. So if you stand before a door and it does not yield the first time, do not leave. Stay. Try again. The key was given to you for this very lock. There will also be doors that swing open effortlessly, and those moments will remind you how aligned you truly are. You will step forward, turn the key once, and suddenly light will flood the path. These are confirmations, signs that the current of destiny is with you, that you are not imagining your place in the design. Both the resistance and the ease are part of the journey. Both teach you who you are. Both strengthen your grip on the key. Do not be surprised if, as you begin to use the key, people around you react strongly. Some will celebrate, recognizing that your courage gives them hope for their own journey. Others will resist, fearing what your success reveals about their own stagnation. Some may even try to convince you to hand over your key, to let them decide when and how it is used. But chosen one, never forget, the key was not entrusted to them. It was entrusted to you. No matter how loud their voices become, no matter how convincing their arguments sound, no one else has the right to dictate the use of your key. As you continue, you will notice how this key not only unlocks external doors, but also shifts atmospheres. Walk into a room with awareness of your authority, and the energy changes. Conversations bend around your presence. Decisions tilt in your favor. Opportunities rise that were not there before. It is not arrogance. It is alignment. When you carry the key, you carry the vibration of access, and everything around you must respond. That is why people are drawn to you without knowing why. That is why opportunities find you, even when you are not chasing them. That is why resistance rises against you, even when you have done nothing wrong. The key changes the atmosphere before you even use it. It marks you as one who carries access others cannot explain. Holding the key will also confront you with choices about identity. For years, you may have defined yourself by the locks, by the things you could not do, the places you could not go, the limitations you could not break. You may have lived as if the walls were permanent, but when you finally accept the key, you must also release that identity. You are no longer defined by what held you back. You are defined by what you can unlock. That shift can feel strange at first. Freedom always feels unfamiliar to one who has lived long in captivity. But the more you practice using the key, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you will look back and wonder how you ever lived without it, how you ever believed you were powerless when access was always in your hand. Chosen one, there is one more truth. The key is not only about unlocking doors for yourself, but also about guarding against the wrong ones. Just because you can open a door does not mean you should. Some doors lead to distraction, to traps, to cycles that drain you of strength. Your authority must be paired with wisdom. That is why you have felt the urge to grow in discernment, to listen more closely to the whispers of your spirit. Not all opportunities are aligned opportunities. Not all access is good access. Part of being chosen is knowing when to walk away, when to keep the key in your pocket, when to let a door remain closed no matter how enticing it looks. The discipline to resist what is not for you is just as important as the courage to step into what is. The deeper you walk into this revelation, the more you will notice doors opening inside you that you never knew existed. Passions long buried will awaken. Ideas once dismissed will return with fresh power. Dreams you thought were too late will stir again, not as fantasy, but as invitations. The key does not only unlock places outside, it unlocks the fullness of your soul. And when your inner world is unlocked, nothing in the outer world can restrain you. That is when true freedom begins, when alignment becomes not something you chase, but something you carry everywhere you go. Chosen one, let this be the moment you never forget. You hold the key, and nothing can take it from you. Every struggle has shaped your grip. Every delay has strengthened your resolve, and every tear has polished your vision. The doors that once resisted will not stand against your courage now. Walk forward with faith, because the locks of yesterday are powerless against the authority you carry today. This is your season to step through, to claim what was always yours, and to rise into the fullness of who you are. The key is in your hand. Use it boldly, for destiny is waiting.